Good morning, Sunday morning crew. Welcome to Sunday Live Meds. I'll give you guys a sec to join on. There's this really funny reel with, I don't know, a voiceover at the moment where, like when you're jumping on a live, when someone's jumping on a live and the person is like, I'll just give you guys a second to jump on. And then you're listening to the music and you're like, oh, hey, Bronwyn. Hey, Renee. Hi. And then someone in the chat asks a question. And then the person who's doing the live is like, oh, thanks, girl. Yeah, my jacket's from here. Or my hair has been styled by here. Anyway, whatever. It's a really funny reel. And I probably just didn't make it funny. But whatevs. Good morning. Now I'm going to do what the actual reel says. Good morning, Giovanna. Good morning, Maddie. Good morning, Ash. Good morning, Madeline. Good morning, Narelle. Good morning, Kat, Bianca. I hope you're all ace. Good morning to Eve on Facebook. I can see you there. Very funny. I've got an ulcer. It hurts. Everything hurts. Let's be real. Everything hurts. Good morning, Bianca. Mwah. I want to hug you one day, woman. I hope we get to hug one day. Good morning, Jose. Jose is the legend in Paxa who's there, who did my, what's it called? Graffiti. Which is very cool. Very cool. Anyway, it's Sunday morning Live Meds, and for those of you who are new to Sunday Live Meds, every Sunday, 9 a.m. Australia Eastern Standard Time, I'll come on, I'll have a wang, I'll have a chat. Sometimes I get fired up, sometimes I get a little bit mushy, sometimes I get a little bit teary, and talk about a certain topic, and then I take you through a meditation. Good morning, Belinda. I see you there. This is literally the fucking real. I've got to share it with you after, and maybe I'll do it because it's just too funny. It's too funny. So yeah, if you're new to Sunday Meds, this is what we're up to. This is what we do. You can comment as we go. You're welcome to ask questions, but we're here for it. And I've been posting a little bit lately about being Captain Arsehole. I did a IGT about it a few days ago, and then yesterday I just put a post out last night, basically just saying, not okay, that's okay. It's really hard work. It was really hard work yesterday to stay connected to my truth and to how I really want to be. It was a really hard day for that. I had a shit sleep the night before. And when I don't sleep well, like already that's one layer that's thin. And I guess, just a bunch of other stuff. That was all contributing to making it extra difficult to stay close to myself. And I guess that's what I want to talk about today, because I know recently Are You OK Day came up, and, I don't tend to post about Are You OK Day on the day, because I think that there's a lot of chat around, or a lot of posting around Are You OK, but then every other day it doesn't really get spoken about. It doesn't tend to get mentioned, or people of influence. I speak about this in my podcast tomorrow. People of influence aren't really kind of showcasing or sharing the Are You OKness or I am not OKness. And, to be honest, putting those posts out are really difficult. Me putting that out last night, I'm like, fuck, am I gonna lose business? Am I gonna turn people away? Am I gonna look like a fucking cuckoo? Are people gonna think I don't have my shit together? Is that a bad thing? Is that going to ruin my reputation? Are people gonna think I'm too negative? Are people gonna think that I can't have a business that I have that helps people with their mindsets, and then post like, not okay, Captain Arsehole, like to be real, it's actually quite difficult to put that stuff out. And when I posted it, I actually wanted to delete it. I really wanted to delete it. And I didn't. I sat with it. but yeah, I kind of have a bit of I think Are You OK Day is a brilliant day. It brings a shit ton of awareness on a day. But what about every other day? You know, people of influence, and not even have to be of influence, but you can be a leader in your own family, a leader in your own right, a person of influence in your own community. Because, you know, to me, there's a real missing piece of that realness. Like Center of You, Chapel Street, you've written it makes me more authentic and relatable, you know. If there was more, I believe if there was more of that out in the world, more people of influence and people influencing their own community and their households of, hey, it's cool, like it's cool to not be okay, not a problem. I don't have to try and fix you. I don't have to try and do this. I don't have to try and do that. I don't have to try and make you feel better to make myself feel better, because that's often what we do, right? We're uncomfortable with someone not being okay, so we try and fix them so we feel better. Anyway, you get my point, right? So yeah, I have been struggling a lot. If you listen to my podcast, you hear me speak a lot about being equally introvert to extrovert. I need my introvert so I can extrovert, and really be out in the world and be a message of hope and inspiration, and bring my juices and bring my energy. You know, I need my introvert, and I'm like in that, like I can feel my introvert wanting to cry. I can feel that part of me wanting to cry. Like that's struggling right now, really struggling right now, and yeah, that's it's contributing to a lot of those kind of breaths. The really the short upper chest breaths. And every day is a real it's really working the work, you know. I'm really working the work, and it's tiring. I'll be real, it's exhausting. And like I said, you know, Captain Arsehole can't be fucked anymore. Like I spoke about this in my IGTV. Captain Arsehole can't be fucked. Captain Arsehole just says, you know what, let her rip. Let her rip. Let it out, buttercup. And, you know, why not? Who gives a fuck? So, you know, my to be real, to be honest, my message today is just that. I'm not doing okay. It doesn't mean that I'm losing myself or that I'm a hot mess, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling with my current ways of staying in alignment with my truth, and that's part of the work. So I don't know what's happening with my music. I'll change the song and see if that makes it better. That's part of the work, you know. And I think we can, well, I'll speak for myself. I can be really tough on myself and be like, well, you know the work, you should be doing better. And this week I've just, you know, put down my swords around all of that, put down my swords in trying to be perfect, and just in every single moment it's reset. Every single moment it's a reset. Every single moment it's a reset. Because for me, sitting in Captain Arsehole for the whole day and really spraying my energy outwardly to my family, that's not okay for me. It's not okay for me. And right now we don't have the ability to fuck off to anywhere we want to go to be like, sayonara peeps, see you later. So it's really important for me to not sit in that state. And I know some people may disagree with that, and to just let yourself feel it all and you know, ride out the day and there's always tomorrow. And I allow myself to feel. You want to read my journals? I allow myself to feel. And I go there and I allow myself to be angry, I allow myself to be fucked off. I do spray bullets. I spray bullets to Steve, or I spray bullets to my stepdaughters, and I don't feel crash hot about it. But probably last night was my biggest reset, when I turned on the TV to watch something before Steve wanted to watch the footy, and How to Train Your Dragon was on. And often when I'm like not cool, often when I'm not okay, I'm like, I love children's movies. You know, I love putting on Finding Nemo or whatever, but on TV, How to Train Your Dragon was on, and for some reason, I love it when there's a movie that I love to watch on TV, because it's like, ooh, it's like a Kinder Surprise. Whereas Netflix or Stan, you're like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here anymore, and we can kind of become, or I can become, speak personally, a bit of a like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. So yeah, How to Train Your Dragon was on, and then yeah, everyone's feeling me here. Mia came and sat down next to me, and I'd been tough to her yesterday. I was tough on her. I was short with my words, and you know, my energy spoke pretty loudly. And she sat down next to me. She's like, "Oh yes, How to Train Your Dragon's on." I was like, "Oh my god, I just want to fucking minute." But I turned and looked at her, and then what I did was I cradled myself inside of her arms like a little baby, and I cuddled her and I squeezed her. I'm like, "I'm sorry for being a grumpy asshole. I'm sorry for being a grumpy asshole." She goes, "Can I get that in writing?" Which was really, really funny. And then she was patting my back. She's like, there, kitty, there, kitty. I'm like, I just miss my mom. And I was sort of saying it in a funny voice, like, I just miss my mom. I just miss my dad. I just miss this and whatever else. And we were laughing and giggling. And that was a reset moment. You know, that's what a reset moment for me looked like. A reset moment is going to look different for everyone. But for me, that was a reset moment. Putting myself into my stepdaughter's arms like a little child, apologizing for being a grumpy ass, and reminding her that it really isn't her, and that I'm just struggling to deal with life sometimes, and that's okay. And we had a little moment, and then for the rest of the night, I could be Kat. I could be present. I could be my truest, authentic self that well, at least, you know, a part of myself that I felt proud of. And I was like, okay, cool. And that's what reset looked like. You know, reset looked like yesterday. I went into bed and I sent a message to everyone, and I was like, hey, I have a massive headache. I'm not feeling crash hot. I'm having a sleep. I'm just chilling out. That was my reset moment, to be like, just give me some space so I can reset, so I can have some peace, so I can have some time. And that's what that looked like. You know, when I cracked it at her yesterday, because she was asking question after question after question after question, I took her, we were out for a walk. Steve, he's such an amazing person. He actually helped me reset. He's like, Mim, come walk with me. I walked ahead. I had some time to myself. I had like 3 to 5 minutes with my introvert, and I was like, okay, this'll do. This'll do. Breathed, reset, come back to myself, and then I could rejoin. And that's what yesterday looked like. It was so messy. It was so messy. And by the end of the day, when I posted that post, I was like, oh my God. I'm exhausted and I've barely done anything. Like physical. I mean, I went for my walks and stuff, but it was so much mental work, so much mental work. And I think a lot of us are really trying to do the mental work as best as we can. And for those of us who don't have, or those of you who don't have the tools, it's going to be a real struggle and a real battle, you know, when you don't have the tools to apply. But it is, yeah, it is. It's a biggie at the moment. Anyway, you get my drift. I just want to share. I really just want to share. I'm okay. I'm not okay. I'm struggling. And, you know, I have like my little pockets of yay. And then I have my dark moments of everyone can suck on this, you know, like Mr. Bean out of the car. And I have to be okay with that. I have to make peace with that. And I have to be okay with apologizing when it's due and when it's needed, when it's required. So, you know, there's these moments of like being powerfully, like, what's the word? Like fucking drunk on kind of power of being an asshole, and then having to go back into my heart and being humble and compassionate and have empathy, you know? So it feels a little bit messy, and that's okay. And so I hope you're doing okay. And maybe your okayness looks a bit like that too. Maybe your not okayness looks a little bit like that too. And that is okay. You know, and like I said, it ain't easy. I know it may seem easy for me to talk about this, but it ain't easy. Because right now I've got thought patterns in my head going, shut the fuck up. You sound like a crazy bitch. No one's going to trust you anymore. No one's going to believe you anymore. No one's going to come and want to work with you anymore. Right? It's not easy. I get it. So I can imagine you expressing yourself in not being okay to people around yourself, that you may have those same thoughts too. But you know what? I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you. And at least maybe us as a community, and you know, our Sunday Meds community, or my Legends community, my one-on-one community, my Real and Raw community, you know, we can experience this together. Anywho, let's meditate. I think we need to meditate. This is going to be a meditation around resetting. And what does your reset look like? What does your reset look like today? Maybe you need a reset right now and you're like, fucking, what does it look like? So let's tap in, let's tune in. You know, for me, where I go to for guidance, it's all internal, right? I can be in my little messy shitstorm and have a McFlurry of all my emotions, and have a little ego tanty and be very human, and then I'm like, okay, time to go in. So it's time for us to go in now. So please get yourselves nice and comfy. Get yourselves nice and comfy. You can sit down, you can lie down, whatever feels good. Whatever feels good. Now, okay. Get yourself nice and comfy, and if you haven't already, please close down your eyes. Nice big belly breath in and then out. Belly breath in and then out. Belly breath in and then out. And just breathe at a pace and rhythm that feels really good for you. Nice big deep breaths. And just set the intention to be of highest service to yourself. Set the intention to be of highest service to yourself. And as you tune in, as you allow your deep, deep inner voice to speak to you today, ask this deep inner knowing, what does resetting look like for you today? What does resetting look like for me today? In this moment. Maybe it's a reset with yourself. The way you've been speaking to yourself is just enough, enough, enough. Maybe it's a reset with someone you love. Deep down, you'll know the answers. Will you make time to put that into practice? To do yourself the honor of putting that resetting into practice. And it doesn't have to look pretty. It doesn't have to look like the idea of spirituality. Because the work can at times be messy. But also beautiful. A beautiful mess. Take some nice, big, beautiful breaths in and out. In your time, when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Like I said, sometimes a reset, it can not look pretty. It can be needing to admit you're not okay. And then that allows for a real conversation. And our egos aren't really up for being real and for being vulnerable and for putting our guts out and our hearts out. So, this is why the work is hard. This is why the work is messy. A beautiful mess though. And I know for me, last night, my reset, it was firstly posting that I wasn't okay, followed by me being able to lie in my 12-year-old stepdaughter's arms and apologize, So that doesn't, in my mind, look like a reset. That's what I said before. Sometimes that spiritual idea of what a reset looks like and having to make it all kind of schmick and perfect and pretty, sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it is. So, if your deep down has shared something with you that is messy, that's your truth. That's your truth. And if for you it's more of a nice, beautiful thing, that's your truth. Beautiful. So, yeah. That's it from me today, my loves. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being my epic community and supporting me back. I know how much you appreciate my support and my posts and my shares and my authenticity. And I cannot thank you enough for supporting me when I'm not okay. For your love, for your DMs, for your well wishes. I really appreciate that. I just want to read here, Sean Steiner. I'm sitting here bawling. My reset is being connected again to myself. I've realized I've been playing small for years. I'm 7 months into a separation. It's exciting too, loving this cat. Oh, that's some big shit going on right there. I got goose pimples, as my mum would call them. Goose pimples. She calls me Neng. My little Filipino name is Neng. And she's like, Neng, I have goose pimples. She's very cute. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Center of You, Chapel Street. You could listen to me in your soothing voice for days. Thank you very much. I want to let you guys know that I've got a meditation platform called Take Your Meds. I took it off the App Store because there was so much freaking screwing around with the app that I had created. So I've switched it over to another platform. So you can join. It's called Take Your Meds. I'll put it up in the stories to follow. There's a new meditation added every week. There's a really beautiful community there. And there's plenty of meditations that you can choose from that is all around self-empowerment, self-awareness, and self-inquiry. So go and check it out. I'd love you to. 3-day free trial as well, so you can listen to me all day in your earballs. Anywho, thank you for your love. I feel it. I really feel it. And I hope you can feel mine too. Lots of love. Callan, you are Captain Real. I love that. With a little touch of Captain Arsehole. Anyway, peace be with you all, and please share this with anyone who you know could hear, who could do with who could do with hearing today's message, yeah, I'm going. I'm about to be pancake bitch to make pancakes for everyone in the house. Love you all. Peace be with you.